Hey guys, happy Wednesday, the 9th of October. We are getting so close to the end of this 90-day Rhino run. And y'all know what's at the end of this 90-day Rhino run? It's called Hacking Better in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, I said it right, Louisville. You gotta say it like they got a mouthful of marbles. I said it right, Louisville. So super excited about that. I think everyone on here is going. Nayla, I don't know if Nayla's going, but I see Deb, right? Deb shaking her head. Pam, Stacy's going. Shiley's going. Awesome, guys. And I'm really happy to see your faces today. Thank you for plugging in. So, quick announcements. We have the Blitz sale going on right now that ends at 1 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know what may be after that, so keep an eye close on Pulse because that may be the only one today. That may be the first of many today. I don't know. Oh, Nayla is going. Yay, awesome. So all of you on here are going. Amazing. I love it. Okay, so just some real quick announcements. Do y'all remember what's going on the month of October? The Ketoberfest. I think I said it right. I'm going to try and share my screen just as a reminder. I don't do this very often, so I don't know if I can do it or not. Hold on. Photos. Okay. All right, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Ketoberfest for the whole month of October. They just announced it on Monday, but it's what's the word? Retrospective? I don't know. Christy Jones, what's up? So we're just reviewing the Ketoberfest promotion that's going on right now. As you can see, by doing things there, you get points. And just today, they released the prizes. At the bottom of this chart says 5 points equals a blanket. Let me see where that other picture is. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I promise I will get this for you. I want to get this for you, and I will. Here we go. There's a blanket. So every 5 points, you get a blanket. Not like you get 5 and you're done with one blanket. You can get numerous blankets. And if you get 100 points, you get that shiny, cool jacket and a blanket. And if you get 200 points, you get a mastermind with BU and a jacket and a blanket. So amazing prizes right there. Check your Pulse for all of the details on that. But don't forget, that is this month, the whole month long. So I don't know about y'all, but I can't wait to get my fuzzy blanket. So today we are talking about the middle letter in our ACE, in our Attract, Connect, Enroll, Experience, Enroll, blah, blah, blah. That C in the middle is about connecting people, specifically in three-way messages, right? Or three-way validation. Let's just go that way. Not always just in messages. We're going to talk about that here in a second. But you can't have ACE if you're missing one of those letters. So this connect, I know sometimes can be a little scary. I get it. But you can't leave it out. You have to have the C in ACE. So I'm also going to tell you all right now, I am going to be rather forward and direct today because ain't nobody got time to fluff around the edges. Let's just do it. So if you don't have your steel-toed boots on today, just giving you a little warning, might be a little ouchy, and I'll tell y'all, I'm stepping on my own toes too whenever I take this kind of stuff. Whatever I guarantee you, whatever I am speaking to you guys, I'm also speaking to myself. None of us are perfect, right? I don't care what your rank is. I don't care if you just started yesterday, if you've been here for 4 years and you're a legend. I don't care. We all have things to learn. We all have things to improve on. And sometimes it hurts a little bit to get our toes stepped on, but it's necessary in the growth process. So I'm talking to myself here too. So here we go. C, connect. How can we connect people? Why do we connect people? Let's start there, the why. Why do we do this? And this is where I would like to bring in my lovely assistant today. I think y'all know who he is. Can you join me for a second? Tony Saviano, everyone. So Tony and I, can you get in? Sorry, I got to do this because I was sharing my screen. Tony and I each have Jeeps, right? He's had a Jeep for a really long time. I'm brand new to the Jeep community. Like, about a year now that I think about it. But anyhow, he has built Jeeps. I just drive them, right? I know nothing about them. So when building a Jeep, what are some of the parts that you have to put on the Jeep? Just name a couple.
I don't know, CO2 tanks.
Okay, what else?
Clevises.
Okay, what else?
Snatch blocks. not really on it, but.
Do you all know what he's talking about? How about another one?
I don't know, something simple like roll cage, CB.
Do y'all know what he's talking about? Have you heard this stuff before? Okay, Stacy may have. She's a Jeeper too. She and Todd are Jeepers. So Stacy, you might have heard this stuff before.
Bikini top.
She's laughing. Bikini top? Okay, that's something that I wear to the beach, right? On my body, right?
Yeah.
Stacy's laughing. I don't think that's it. So why did I have him name off these things, right? This is where we connect. So he just mentioned those things. Half of them I already forget. And let's just say tomorrow, Stacy comes to me and she's like, hey, have you seen that new bikini top? Or, hey, have you seen that new roll cage? Or have whatever you just said. One of those things. What did you call the tank?
CO2 tank.
What's the best CO2 tank that you know of, Jess? And I'm going, I drive them. But I have no clue. Stacy, you know what? Tony said something about that tank the other day. Let me connect you with him. I'm sure he can give you all the details on that. Did you see what I just did? I connected Stacy to Tony because Jess drives a Jeep, Stacy drives a Jeep, Tony drives a Jeep, but Jess knows nothing about those parts that I've, again, already forgotten. So what did I do? I connected. Stacy came to me with a problem or she needed advice, right? I couldn't help her with that, but I knew someone that could. And I said, you know what? I'm going to connect the two of you. I'm going to help out Stacy. And because I know nothing in this space and I need help. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
So that's our C, an ACE. That's connection, right? And here's the thing. I'm looking at my notes. It was meeting Stacy at her needs. It's what she needed. I heard it. She asked me. And sometimes, people don't always straight up tell you what they need, right? And that's when you have to ask questions. That's when you have to get information from them. And how do you do that? And we went over this, I think, the last time that I led a Zoom. You ask questions and then you shut up and you open these. That's the only way you're going to find answers, is to pay attention to what people need when they tell you. So why do we do this connection? Why do we do this? Because it's not all about us. It's about them and helping them. And yes, attracting them, right? With what ketones have done for us, what the community has done for us, so on and so forth. But connecting them is so important because otherwise you're just kind of like, oh, so she's just selling a product. Oh, do you see what I'm saying? Connection is so important. And then connection, especially in a third party aspect, also helps you with the E, the experience and the enroll. So they're all connected. So how do we do this? What are the steps that we do this? First, you have to find their pain points. Like I just said, you have to ask questions. What are their health goals? What are their financial goals? What are their dreams? And you have to shut up and listen to hear those answers, right? So that you can help them. Number 2, find someone to connect them with. I connected Stacy with Tony because I know nothing about Jeeps. Number 3, find a platform. Here we go. It's third-party validation is not just in 3-way messages. I know we use that a lot, and that is very powerful. It's probably the one used the most. But also we have Zoom. We have technology that can help us connect people that are all over the world into one place. How amazing is that? We can meet up in person if we're local. So it's not just a 3-way message. And lastly, we need to set the expectation with these people. I've connected someone, I've heard their pain points, and you know what, even if I can relate to their pain points, sometimes bringing in, I'm gonna say all the time, bringing in that third person makes all the difference. So I'm gonna go over that too, but setting expectation. Don't sneak someone into a 3-way messages because that's just weird. Don't be weird, okay? But also you need to show that you know what you're doing. So, hey, Julie, I hear you and your goals, and I definitely think that we, can talk more about this. And what I would love to do is connect you with my friend John. John has been through exactly what you're looking for. I'd love for him to share his experience with you. So I'm just going to put us in a 3-way message, or can we hook up on a Zoom tonight, 9 p.m. or what have you. So no sneaky. That's not cool. Don't be weird. So, people are afraid of 3-way connections, 3-way messages. And here we go. I don't have my steel toe boots on. I'm stepping on my own toes. I was afraid of it too in the beginning. I was like, this is so weird. But once I made up my mind I was going to do it, and it went through the whole process, it was so much easier. I'm like, dang, why didn't I do that sooner? You know, but here's some excuses I have heard, right? I know my people and they will not like a three-way message. Or I know my people and they're not ready for a three-way message. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. When you skip that connection, that third three-way connection, you are doing your potential customer an injustice. It's not fair to them, because if you can't feel their pain point, it stops with you. Where if you connect them to someone who can feel their pain point, it continues. So it's not fair to them to not do this, to not do the C in ACE. Here's another one. I just want to learn it all myself. I want to know all the science. I want to be able to talk about it better. I just want to know everything so that I don't have to rely on someone for third-party validation. So how long have some of the doctors that we've heard from at Keto Academy, how long have they been in this space? What do you think? A month? 2 months? A year? 5 years? Most of them have been in this space their whole entire lives. They have literally found their passion for it as soon as they, I don't know, even when they were maybe a little kid and started doing their research about this kind of stuff. But literally they've been educating themselves and putting themselves in this space for their whole entire lives. So how do you think you can learn all this stuff in a couple months' time? So go ahead. You go to school and learn all the science like you're saying that you want to know, but I'm going to be here spreading the message to other people that need to hear it from me. So you go ahead and go away for, 5-10 years to school, learn it all, and then come back. And by that time, I'm going to have changed so many lives. Do you see what I'm saying? By saying that we need, and I'm not saying you shouldn't ever put yourself in a place of education, but thinking that you have to know it all, you're wasting time. You're wasting very precious time. We're coming on the end of a decade, right? January's 2020. Think about back in 2010. What were you doing 10 years ago, 2010? I was very pregnant with my second son. How fast did that time go? How fast did that 10 years go? Crazy, crazy fast. Like, I can't believe that he's now in 4th grade, 9, almost 10 years old. Do you see what I'm saying? We always think we have time. We don't have a lot of time. We are just here for a quick blip. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got to get on it. So, also when people say, I want to learn all the science first. I want to, know everything that I can first before I start sharing this conversation with other people. What do you become whenever you learn all that stuff? And especially when you're not going to college, right? You're just finding out that you become a know-it-all. Nobody likes a know-it-all. I always think of that movie, Polar Express. Have you guys seen the Polar Express? And there's a little boy on there. He has glasses. He's kind of nerdy. And he's a know-it-all, right? Nobody likes a know-it-all. I always think of him when I think of that. But you don't need to know it all. You really, really don't. In fact, I think, and I've been in this space for 3.5 years, a little over 3.5 years. I think the more I know, the harder it is to have the conversation sometime, because I want to throw out these crazy fancy words where people are like, I have no clue what that means. So I'm speaking like gibberish to them. You know what I mean? So the more you know, sometimes the worse it is. So keep it simple. We always talk about KISS, KISS. Keep it simple. Some people say stupid. I say silly. Keep it simple, silly. Like, talk in layman's terms. Talk in everyday words. Don't use big fancy words even though you know them, right? And I feel that's why when we go to Keto Academy and when we go to Hacking Better here in a couple of weeks in Louisville, I feel that's why they stack the speakers like they do. Like, I used to think that I had to take all the notes in the world with every single speaker because they were just spewing fire, and they are. But I think that they stack the speakers so that we get just enough information to be a little dangerous, but not a know-it-all. We hear it, and it strengthens our belief in what we are doing in the space that we are in, but not full-on educating us. Does that make sense? So three-way messages specifically, like I said, this is something that I probably use the most. We are all busy. The majority of us have full-time jobs. We can't forever be on our phone, and as soon as it goes ding, we look and see who it is and can answer their question right away. But if I have someone in a three-way message with Stacy, let's say, she gets off work, let's just say, for example, at 3 o'clock, I don't get off until 5, she can get back in that message faster than what I can. Or I'm in meetings all day long and she has the day off, let's just say. If I have Stacy in there, she can get back to that person where I'm tied up all day long. So you were able to support more by using a three-way message because we're all available at different times. But, you know, seeing that these people get a reply in a decent amount of time, there's a decent turnaround. They're like, man, these people are really on the spot. So help yourself to help them by doing a three-way, even four-way message, if you want to. So here's the other thing. Someone asks me a question, right? Like, why all the sodium in the product? Why all the sodium in a pack of ketones? I don't understand. I know that answer. I know that answer very well because I've answered that question many times. But when you connect someone to somebody else to answer a simple question like that, I shouldn't say simple, and it's okay if you don't know that. That's fine. That's what we have other people within our community for, right? You're not the know-it-all, and this information is coming from somebody else. I've used this example over and over and over again. Let's say that we're out camping, right? I have my boys with me, Pam is with us, and we have a campfire going. And my kids are playing around the campfire. And I'm like, guys, really need to be careful that it's very dangerous to play around campfire. Just go over there and play, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, mom, whatever. But then Miss Pam speaks up and she says, you know what, boys, this fire is very hot, very dangerous. If one of you falls, you could fall in the fire and you really should go over there and play instead. Did you guys hear what Miss Pam said? We should really move over here because that fire is really dangerous. I just said the same thing 3 minutes ago. Do you think they listened to me? No, but they listened to Miss Pam. Same information, different resource. People know me, right? But they don't know Pam, or they don't know Deb, or they don't know Nayla, but when I connect them, they're like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't coming from Jess. So it's connecting people to literally for them to hear you, even though it's not coming from you. Kids example, perfect, I think. Example, perfect way, illustration. There we go. So whenever, you know, people know me, they know how amazing I am. I can say that. I'm awesome. I am awesome. People know, my friends, my family know how awesome I am. But what they don't know is that there is a community of people, of Prove It peeps behind me that are just as, if not more, amazing and awesome than what I am. So let's think about it. Let's think about you walking into a room. Let's just say like a big conference room, and it is full of people. And you see me, my friend, we're friends, you see me right inside the door. Hey Jess, how you doing? I'm amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you. I'm so excited to be here, blah, blah, blah. And you look at the people behind me and they're all like zombies. Do you want to enter that room? Do you want to be a part of what's going on in that room? No, probably not. But if those people behind me are just as excited and happy to see you as what I am, don't you think you want to be a part of that room? Whatever, you don't even have to know what's going on in there. You're just like, oh my gosh, these people, they're happy to see me. They don't even know who I am. And they're happy and they have energy and I want to be a part of this. So when you don't do a three-way message or a Zoom or a meetup, whatever it is, you're also giving that person of seeing and feeling the heartbeat of our Prove It community. And that is huge. That leads also into my quote today. And it's from Marianne Williamson. And she said, people crave comfort, people crave connection, people crave community. We have all three of those things. But if we don't properly connect people to the right channels, they're not going to feel those things. That's why the C, the connect, is so, so important. We have a lot of people going to Louisville later this month that have never been to a Prove It event. They are about to feel and experience that connection. They have a connection to the local community, and that is amazing. We are amazing. I'm so thankful to be a part of this local community, our team, let's say, but we all are Team Prove It. And for people to feel that at events is amazing. It could be the change it could be the event that changes everything, because it's just that amazing. So think of it that way too. It's not, because also we need to think, this is, when we think of ACE, when I think of ACE, maybe I'm the only one here. When I think of ACE, I think of strictly obtaining a customer. But what if they decide to become a promoter? We all have seen how becoming a promoter with Improve It has changed people's lives. I'm one of them, right? If I would have never had a connection of any kind, I would have never become a promoter, and my life would not have been changed. Therefore, I would not have started the ripple that I have. Therefore, I would not have been able to help other people. Therefore, so on and so forth. It's a, you know what I mean? But that ripple has to start somewhere. So let's think of it that too. ACE is also outside of just being a customer. So here's your call to action. I don't know what time it is. I think I'm doing all right. Maybe I'm over. I don't remember how long. Are they supposed to be 15 minutes or 30 minutes? If it's 15, I'm over. So I'm sorry. Call to action. Think of someone that you have attracted in the ACE process. You've attracted them, whether it be yesterday, whether it be last week or last month. All you got to was the A in ACE with them. Follow up. Complete the C. Connect them with somebody that they can relate to. Listen, if you haven't even listened to their pain points, start there. Ask them questions and connect them to someone that can help them. Someone that has felt the same that they have, someone that can help them in a way that only a Improve It community can. And ketones can too. So guys, I hope you found this helpful today. I'll tell you, like I said in the beginning, I would skip the three-way message of connection a lot in the beginning. And when I started using it over and over again, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so much easier. Why did I wait to do that? And if you want to do some role playing with this, hit me up. Let's do it. Let's practice, because that's the only way we're all going to get better, if we just keep practicing over and over and over again. So guys, have an amazing day. I love seeing all your faces. I love you. And we'll talk to y'all really, really soon. See ya.